What new one?
The new Vampire Weekend.
I don't know.
I mean, we have it downloaded.
No. We're no longer members of Apple Music.
Oh, darn it.
Enjoy it. Oh, Masaka.
Day 5. Shower day. Everybody's cleaner except me.
And me. Sucks to suck. Feels good.
Squeaky clean.
Want to explain what's happening?
Well, let's see, we have a rule on the boat. You clog it, you clear it. Anyway, so Mike came up and said, oh, I clogged the head. Sigh, heavy sigh. Okay, I'll be back in a minute and work on clearing it. So 3 hours later.
Here we are. Hello, do you have anything to say?
It's a shit show!
So, on the off chance that we can't unclog the head, and we're just done for the foreseeable future using that, we have a few ideas in store for what we can do. And my personal favorite is using Marlon's green mat, and just sharing that bathroom space. Since he already gets to use it when we need to, we could all just collectively, take turns using the green mat. I think it's a viable solution. Do you have any other alternatives? Any other ideas, Ty?
Well, my mom suggested that we use a bucket in the cockpit instead. Although that idea, I guess it makes sense when it's rougher, but that means, I don't know, everyone has to vacate the cockpit, and I feel like if it spilled, it would just be a mess. Like, I don't know, there are downsides to both ideas, but we would have to figure out something that would make for a long 10 days. Ron, any thoughts? How do you feel about people using your mat?
Would you be willing to share?
Your third eye is here.
No.
I don't know, whose turn is it?
It's yours. We're going that way. Look at Keely. All those cars and got real quiet. Now she's the first one out. I'm playing Spithead. It's your turn.
Hi, Ty.
Hello.
What day are we on?
Day 13.
Cool. What's happening?
Not much. It's a little rolling, but we are making our way downwind towards the Azores. We have a little less than 500 miles to go.
Awesome. Hi, Keely.
Hi, Mike.
What's happening?
Precisely what Ty just described. We are cruising along to the Azores. We are nearly there. Our seas have been favorable. We got lucky. We got ahead of the weather that unfortunately our passage mates looks like they might get stuck in, so we're thinking good thoughts for them and enjoying the sunshine while it's out and trying not to get stung by Portuguese man-o'-wars, which we are surrounded by.
And what about the whales?
Whales, we've tried to commune with the whales a lot, especially today, but we have been unsuccessful thus far. We've tried to talk to the sharks as well, but nobody's out to bite. Nobody wants to play.
No.
I know, it's a shame. So come play, whales. Come play, sharks.
There's Tin Man.
Oh, Tinny.
Oh, Timmy doing his job. Nice with the sun off the stern, though.
It is. It's beautiful. The moon sets too.
Oh, yeah.
Off the stern. Oh, it's so nice.
How many miles have we come?
Oh, a lot. A little over 1,800 miles.
Wow. And how many miles a day are we doing?
150.
Yay!
Woo!
Awesome.
It is.
So we're on day 13 now, and we have been running from the weather for the last couple of days. There's been a major trough coming our way, and we have managed actually to stay just ahead of it, which is where we want to be. So we're now about 3.5 to 4 days perhaps, hopefully 3.5 days outside of Porta. And we have overtaken both Gem and Huskabeen, who are the two boats that left about 4 hours ahead of us. And they are now something like 120 miles behind us. And the reason that we're happy about this, we're not happy that they're back there, but we're happy that we're out as far ahead as we are, is that the storm line, the trough line, is actually bearing down upon us. And as you look at this weather chart, you can kind of see what's going on. It's continuing to advance towards the east. The most intense winds are along the front of the trough there, as you can see. We talked to Huskabeen earlier today. They have been experiencing something like 35 knot gusts and gale force winds for most of the last 18 hours. So they're really in the thick of it and kind of feeling the brunt of it. When I came up at midnight, I could feel the change in the boat, and Ty pointed out there was a large squall line behind us. What we couldn't tell was whether the squall line was advancing on us or not, and so we kept an eye on it. We thought about bringing in the jib a little bit and reefing, and then, you know, we were doing so well, we decided to continue to maintain speed, and then if we had to, we'd round up and shorten the jib if we really needed to. In the end, the squall line just dissipated. It was fascinating. Over the next 35-40 minutes, we could see it. We could see the dark clouds. We could see the definitive ridge of the squall line, yet it just vanished and never reached us. So we were happy about that. We hadn't slowed down, and we're continuing to make really great progress. I'm looking forward to getting to Horta now, and perhaps setting some kind of record, doing the whole thing end to end in 15 days. Touch wood. Carol is the master baker now.
I am. A loaf of bread a day. Rolly or not, some are better than others. Some cook better than others, depending on the roll of the boat. What else? What else should I tell you about? Marlin has been a trooper.
And a pooper.
And a pooper. Mostly a trooper, occasionally a pooper, but we let it go. We are absolutely thrilled with the time we're making. We're still kind of in awe that we had 3 days where we did 170 nautical miles. And I think until this trip, I think our longest passage was about 140, maybe, if even that. So all in all, this has been just such a wonderful surprise. The only downside is that we are the only boat out here that has not found whales, killer great white sharks, whales, and pods of dolphins. We have found thousands and thousands of Portuguese man-o-wars and a lot of birds. So we're getting close to Horta, and if we don't have a sighting soon, I think we may have to drag Marlin behind the boat for a little chumming. Anyway, but that's really the only downside. Other than that, the stars are amazing. The bioluminescence is spectacular, and once we figured out kind of a schedule rotating the berths, we're all getting sleep at night. It's really a joy to have 4 people to do watch with.
39 miles to go. So close.
How many?
39. 39 miles out of the 2,300 that we started with. Getting there.
What is the wind doing?
Being really, really annoying. We've had really good wind for the last 15 days, gone over 150 miles a day, and now it is just turned to the east. It's keeping us from going anywhere. We're moving on at a blistering 4 knots right now. Are you going to Yahtzee?
Yahtzee! Oh, you are.
We're almost there!
What's happening?
We can see land! Land! Oh! Fayal is just in the distance, lurking in the clouds over there. We are so unbelievably excited.
Marmar. Say woof.
Say Lin Ho!
And ho! Oh, good boy. There's a tradition in Horta that if you have made it across the Atlantic, you can graffiti the harbor. So the harbor walls, and in this case the walls of the new trash bins, are covered in boats who have made the crossing, and there are literally hundreds and hundreds of these things. And that's what we're doing today. We're going to put our logo on this wall with Keely's help.
that's kind of hold it down, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Do you want another one on the other side?
That would be great.
That's
Yeah.
good.
I think it'd be
Tat.
Yes, that's it.
Tat.
It's video. Wave. Woo! Martin's like, what?
And if I had a boat, I'd go out on the ocean. And if I had a pony,